All right, Matt, thank you so much. Well, it is a big week for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we all prepare for the 2024 induction ceremony. Nobody more than the people who work inside that building.
They're all working overtime this week, I can assure you. This morning, Betsy and I caught up with Greg Harris. He is the CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He filled us in on all of the fun we can expect and why this year's ceremony is different from the rest.
Well, I can say that the ceremony itself is bigger than ever. We have more guest artists, more guest presenters, and frankly, 16 inductees, a huge induction class. When you go everywhere from, Jimmy Buffett to Kool and the Gang to Tribe Called Quest to Mary J. Blige and everything in between. And let's not forget Cher. Anything can happen in that arena. It's going to be terrific. And while it's happening, it's going to be streamed live on Disney+.
Greg, obviously not everyone will be able to be at the induction ceremony, but I know you guys take great pains in making sure fans, particularly those in Cleveland, get to enjoy it and be a part of it. What are some things going around the induction ceremony that fans can participate in?
Absolutely. We call it Induction Week. So it actually started a couple days ago. On Sunday, we had Celebration Day. It was free to all Ohio residents to come to the museum, celebrate this year's class. Wednesday evening, we're going to have a live band at the museum called Speedy Ortiz. It's a very reasonably priced ticket, and it's part of the inductions. You can also see the new inductee exhibit. And then on Thursday night, we're going to do Kool Bell, the founder of Kool and the Gang, is going to be at the museum. There's going to be interviews with him that are open to the public. Wow. Friday, we're going to do a plaque dedication outdoors with a bunch of this year's induction class. People should not miss that. And then Friday, we have authors and other experts at the museum doing special sessions for fans and music all day long, live music at the museum, and then it all culminates in the induction ceremony.
Well, we know the Glitterati of Rock will be coming to Cleveland. When can locals start to expect to see people if they're out and about?
Yeah, I think artists will start rolling in on Wednesday because rehearsals have to happen. Even though they've played this stuff their whole career, it needs to be perfect Saturday night. So everybody's rehearsing. The venue's getting loaded in now. There's more trucks pulling up with gear. There's probably 4 trucks for Cher's wardrobe alone. But all sorts of great stuff is rolling into the museum and not to be missed. I should also add, after the induction Saturday, the Sunday Cleveland Browns game is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame game.
Oh.
And there's going to be music throughout that, performances and inductees at the game.
Ooh, that could be surprising.
That's very cool. Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. This is the toughest question you'll get all week. I want you to put this year's induction class into a song. What previous hit song would best summate by title this class?
Wow, that's an incredible question. I'm going to turn to this year's class, and maybe it's predictable, but you know what? Kool and the Gang, celebrate good times. Come on.
You nailed it, Greg. That's awesome.
He was going to go with Kling.
I was stunned at how quickly Greg came up with that. He did tell us afterwards, maybe if you were trying to name a song for what our life is like getting ready for all this, it would be Ozzy's Crazy Train.
Right. I can only imagine the details. And we know that there have already been a couple people flying into town. Matter of fact, the Yankees just flew to town, but we don't want to talk about them.
Seconds ago.
But literally over the next few days, there's going to be a lot of jets flying in with some pretty fancy people. And so keep your eyes out, Cleveland.
Very
true.
true.
You never know who you're going to see. Now, one of the